Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend. Leah Lynchide is in for Susan Simon, who's a little under the weather today.
And a good day to stay home. At least it's nice and warm out there.
It's her birthday, too.
And it's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Susan, if you're watching. Yeah, what a spectacular day.
Oh, my gosh,
about
time. It really is. You can walk outside without a jacket today.
Yeah, it feels good. So we'll get more on the weather in just a minute. But first, topping the news today, Madison's first nonstop flight to the West Coast. We'll tell you when service to San Francisco will begin and what this means for Madison's tech industry.
Pretty exciting. Plus, fallout continues after the release of a controversial book that's critical of the Trump administration. We'll have the president's response and the growing challenge he faces from another billionaire.
And the show of black was strong as promised last night at the Golden Globe Awards. But some stars were still able to shine brighter than others. Fashion contributor Shayna Mace will be in with her annual best and worst of the night. Interesting night all around.
Quite a show of black last night.
It really was. A lot of solidarity there. Let's take a look outside. As we mentioned, beautiful weather for skiing, I guess.
I mean, man, he must be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of layers.
No.
Whoops. Okay. 40 never felt so good. Karen Swanson in the backyard, notoriously cold, still has her fleece on.
I do.
For the first time ever, Dane County travelers will be offering non-stop flights to the West Coast.
United Airlines is offering up that new route. Eric Franke is in the news center with the details. Eric?
All right. Thanks, Eric.
Sure.
President Trump is touting tax cuts to family farmers in Tennessee today, while Washington continues to pick apart the controversial new book, Fire and Fury. Mo Langi reports from the White House.
Mo Langi, WISC News 3.
And last week, a Trump lawyer sent a cease and desist letter to the book's publisher. Today, the book's publisher, Macmillan's CEO, sent a letter to employees calling any efforts by President Donald Trump to suppress the book, quote, flagrantly unconstitutional.
Trump today also rolled back protections for more than 200,000 immigrants from El Salvador who could now find themselves without legal status in a few months. The Trump administration is ending the temporary protected status that covered Salvadorians who fled earthquakes back in 2001. Officials say El Salvador has recovered enough from those quakes to remove the protection. Congress could intervene with a deal that senators are discussing to reform immigration policy.
New at 4, a source says Mitt Romney was treated for prostate cancer over the summer. A Romney aide says the treatment was successful and the prognosis is good. The 70-year-old, who also served as the governor of Massachusetts, is being widely encouraged to run for Senate in 2018. If he does, he'll be competing for the Utah Senate seat being vacated by Republican Senator Orrin Hatch, who's retiring.
A group trying to end domestic violence is calling teen dating violence a public health crisis here in Wisconsin. Lawmakers are trying to take a proactive approach, implementing new classes to educate middle and high school students. News 3's Amanda Quintana has details on the bill just introduced at the Capitol. Amanda? All right, our Amanda Quintana reporting for us tonight. Thanks, Amanda.
Janesville City Council will decide tonight whether to borrow $60,000 to build a first-of-its-kind outdoor fitness court. If the City Council approves funding for the project, the fitness court will be built near the intersection of Court and River Streets near Ice Age Trail and the YMCA. That facility would have about 30 pieces of equipment for people to use for free. Janesville was approached by the National Fitness Campaign to help build this court.
He contacted us last year about it, and we thought it was something we should pursue. We thought, again, it was a great asset for downtown if we could get this. And so we'd be the first one in the state of Wisconsin to have one of these.
The project costs about $110,000. The city would borrow $60,000. $40,000 more would come from SSM Health, and the rest from a $10,000 grant with the National Fitness Campaign.
The Packers made it official today, promoting Brian Gutekunst to general manager. The team introduced him at a press conference this afternoon, saying he'll have to have complete control over all roster decisions, including the draft and free agency. He's been the Packers player personnel director for the past 2 seasons. Gutekunst succeeds Ted Thompson, who is staying with the organization as a senior advisor.
I'm really excited about this opportunity. This is an amazing place. There's a standard of excellence here that has been here for a long time, and I'm really excited to get after this and get us back to that level.
Gutekunst has been with the organization for nearly 2 decades after being hired back in 1998 by former GM and Hall of Famer Ron Wolf. Pretty exciting news for
Promoting
them.
from within, that's good.
I like that, staying in the family.
Yep, absolutely. Well, if you're thinking of catching a new movie, you'll want to hear what our film critic Will Lofer has to say.
He'll review 2 movies you might want to avoid. We'll find out what they are when Live at 4 continues.